You're welcome back to the CEO show. I thought I have to show you the behind the scenes. Yes, and that was Belinda with Stitcher Style with the panel members. I'll not go there because that's what brought about the behind the scene discussion. I have in the studio three great gentlemen to help me give you Vgma at 20, the gospel side.
How do we make ourselves? And
all of that. I'm going to introduce first Kwame Dazi. Kwame Dazi is joining us for the first time on the show. Kwame Dazi is a showbiz writer for CTFMonline.com.
Yes, sir.
It's a big one in the industry. Kwame, you're welcome.
Thank you,
for the first time.
Yeah, for the first time.
Yes.
You just dragged me in here.
Yeah.
Challenge.
And I'll continuously do that.
Oh, really?
the tallest journalist.
The tallest journalist.
Hey, Obi, that's one connect. I don't think
Obi tall. So Obi tall passer.
So Saturday, I stood by him and I wanted to measure the height. Charlie, the guy tall.
Obi tall.
Charlie, I can't.
Tell the way he.
I'm sure people like Kumsi should be, doing those comparisons. Kumsi is very tall, Kumsi is
there's an indictment on the state. Stop that.
Next to him is my brother and friend, fellow artist manager. He manages, I call the most successful gospel artist in Ghana. Take it or leave it. He's the manager for Joe.
That's debatable.
We see Kumsi.
Take it or leave it.
Take it or leave it.
So you can leave it.
You can leave it. Kumsi, you're welcome.
Thank you, Nii.
Perfect. And next to him is the man who is already heated. Yeah, great man.
You should come down.
The host of This Is Gospel, the manager of that scene, Frank, probably call him Frankie 5. Frankie, you're welcome.
We do some before.
Yeah, we do some.
No tribe. So if you say the most success, no tribe, we do some before.
No, but no tribe, no win.
If it's your own,
you win artist of the year.
Okay, we don't. Okay, fine. But we do some before.
You do
artist
some.
of the decade nominee.
Yeah, artist of the, but that nominations they don't for it.
Oh, you want to make we start? Okay, the discussion.
Okay. So that's how the discussion is going to be here on the CEO show. We're going to talk Vgma at 20, everything concerning the night. Yes, and I'll try. No, we didn't have a gospel performer for the night, but
Efia was there.
But we had Efia. How should I call it? R&B, High Life. Efia sang gospel. Our gospel people I heard after this video, Koda, and we're looking for Koda, and we couldn't find Koda. So we're going to discuss all of this on the show. So I'm going to first take their general impression of Vgma, the night last week. Kwame, you were there.
I was there.
We see you were there. And Frankie was there.
Yeah.
Yes. So Kwame, your general view.
My general view, I believe that we all didn't expect the award scheme or the award ceremony to end up the way it did, because it was the 20th edition and we've seen a couple of episodes in the past, so we wanted to see something quite different, a bigger and improved version of the award scheme, but we didn't see that because of the incident that happened, the gun pulling, the mountain on stage and all that. And so if I should look at the various aspects of the award ceremony itself, from let's say from ticketing to red carpet and all that, when we entered, for example, when I entered, my ticket was checked. They didn't check me for any weapon whatsoever, so I just entered, and there were other people in the queue in front of me who also checked. Nobody checked for whether he had a gun or anything on, and so we just went through. Red carpet was going on well. Giovanni and then Siko said fantastic. The humor level was on point, and so if you went on social media, people were commending them for a great job they've done. And so we wanted to see something big on stage. We got in there. We saw Kwame Stefakai, who in the past had emceed the awards ceremony like 7 years continuous. And it got to a time people wanted him to come back, and I don't know why he wasn't coming back this year. There were rumors from the beginning that we're going to have Kwame Stefakai on. Then somebody did a story, I think NYDJ. Yes, okay, so it was KOD rather who was coming, blah blah blah. Then we found out that it was Kwame Stefakai who was finally chosen to do the MC. So he was on stage. Now the whole refreshing feel of having the chairman general himself back on stage to host the 20th edition of VGMA. So that was exciting to see him on stage until awards were giving, and then Shutterstone Boy issue happened, and bam, that's it. People started going out me myself, even when.
So were you there after that?
Yeah, I was there till everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
by 2 gentlemen were there.
some people were running away. You know, I think that this year, even before the scuffle ensued between Wale and Stonebwoy, there were one or two issues with me. I had to stand on a chair I was sitting on so I could see what was happening.
Even you?
Even me at the back. There were people in front of me who were also standing on chairs in front of me. One lady standing in front of me, and I was, instead of watching what was happening on stage, I was watching somebody's backside. You see, and that was another distraction altogether, because I went there to see things so I could write something about it. And about 30% of the things I saw on the night were backside. You see, and so that was something that really confused me until I saw on stage people go back. I said, "Wow, what's happening?" So Charlie, me not the fear. So I just walked slowly, and then I came out to see what was happening. Charlie, if you asked anybody, they say, "Oh, we any more?" You say, "And no, be assumed." Then I had to just ask more questions and find out what really transpired. But the fact of the matter is that I think this year's Vodafone Ghana Music Awards, perhaps the organizers didn't take due diligence in putting together certain things, because this is a very big event.
So we're going to come to that.
Okay, so my general impression actually is that this year didn't go well.
Yes,
it didn't go well. It didn't go well at
so
all.
1 to 100.
1 to 100. 1 to 100. 1 over 100.
Cousin, you're there.
Me?
Yes, I think you've been the past 3 or 4 events when Joe won. I think from 2006 you received Joe's award.
2016.
Sorry, 2016 you received Joe's award. 2017 you won overall artist of the year. Last year you won gospel artist. So you've been there for like 4 or 5 years.
Yes. It's always been an amazing experience at the VGMAs, but this year I went together. Joe was not in town, so I went with Luigi McLean, who was a nominee as well, and also on the Reverb record label, he was nominated for Male Vocalist of the Year. I have said it elsewhere, and I'll say it here again. But my favorite part of the event was the red carpet. I think that it was manned very well, and it was interesting. It was. We could have actually watched the red carpet for maybe 2 more hours. And if it had stayed that long, that would have been the incident that happened probably wouldn't have happened. But then again, you see, coming here, I was thinking through it. It's unfortunate what happened, and I hear people say it almost marred the event. I mean, I think it marred the event. But from what we gather from the grapevine, it's here. Shatawale won Song of the Year.
Oh.
From what I gather from what I gather from the grapevine in South Africa.
The vine is really
and the grapevine also says Stonebwoy won Artist of the Year.
The same grapevine.
Same grapevine. So what happened was unfortunate, but maybe it was better, because I'm just assuming in the same auditorium and in a mood of congratulations from both camps, if Stonebwoy was announced Artist of the Year, probably would have been worse in the auditorium. So so what happened was quite unfortunate. Frankie 5 was sitting right next behind me, and I was trying to look out for a brother before I realized he had vanished.
Oh,
he had vanished.
And
he got 20 minutes later, 15 or so minutes later, I was still calling to check up on him. He said he's home and safe. So it just emphasizes the point that my brother Kwame has said that don't put your trust in man.
Like Kwame said, don't put your trust in man. But he was also looking for you.
He wasn't looking for me.
I heard you were actually helping Frankie's artists out. Is it?
Yeah. No, so I went out with Nasi through an amazing route. But I'll leave it out of the conversation for now, because I mean, people saw what happened on the stage, but actually there were terrible things backstage as well, like people chasing people. There were knives backstage. I mean, I saw one person gasping for breath. I actually saw one person collapse, and it was not the best to see. It was not the best to see, because I think and especially for the gospel performances, I think right after the presentation of the award,
it was going to be Dinah.
I think Koda was coming before Dinah. Yeah, so it was going to be the gospel performance slot. And when I went out, I just realized the people, the band singing, they were all around the main conference center area. So I need that.
Koda is so
Koda, I'll leave that for another
because
conversation.
Akashi told me that he was going to look for Koda. I said, Koda already.
I saw Koda backstage, but I'll leave the rest for another conversation. Okay.
Frankie, your gender of you. Including someone helping your artist out.
Joyce Blessing composed the song, I Swear You. Can we play that song after the discussion? Yes, it's no mistake that okay, it's okay. Messages of the cross is foolishness to some people, so let me leave it here. The whole event, but for what happened, would have been one of the most beautiful events, we may have witnessed in this country. But for what happened, let me also join my voice to say it's shameful. It's shameful that Ghana entertainment industry, for once, we need to bow our heads down in shame. We've all been plunged into this by two old adults, who should have known better, who should have thought better, and they have kids who were watching them, and who will have this tape forever. This thing will be like the scar that Jesus has, and says when we get to heaven, He will show it to us that this is the fight, the battle He came on earth to fight for us, and that's the result. That's what we gave Him. This same scar will live with us until our grave, and the tape will be played for our generation and our generation to come. So for me, it was shambolic. Yes, but for what happened, it would have been a very beautiful event. But I'll say it was a very shameful night for Ghana entertainment, and unfortunately it has affected the brand Ghana. The brand Ghana. Every time it was mentioned on BBC, it was like Ghana, Ghana, Daily Mail, Ghana, CNN, Ghana. So you see, we've washed our dirty linens outside. This could have been covered. This would have been done nicely if the event organizer has taken active part and interest, and not focus on the money alone, but active interest to protect the lives of the people who came there to have an experience. And this is what was dished out to them.
Okay, thank you very much, Frankie. But Frankie, 1 to 100.
Me, I no go school. I no go even go.
1 to 100, PC.
Yeah, like 1 to 100 for me, maybe 20.
Okay. So those are the initial comments and the agenda overview of the show. So we're going to look, like I said, we're going to look at the gospel side of the show, and we're going to talk about Daniel Hamilton winning the double. We also try and see if our dance hall acts can learn something from our gospel acts, and we also try. I'll try and discuss if yes performance. If we do something, we don't want to go there, because if you look at the whole trade, it looks like if was Oliver's those time your gospel rendition on stage. So we'll try and go there, and if you have much more time, we'll try and do some other aspects of the show too. So I want to ask you a question.
Go ahead.
I've asked you for it. I want to ask you, why didn't Joe come for the event?
He was out of town for another event.
Was he called to perform? Like, was he contacted to perform on the night?
So I'll answer that, but before I get to that, so when the year begins for us, there are various events and various invitations that we honor. And if, for example, Frankie 5 reaches out to me for an event, I strongly believe that without a patron like him, the act is non-existent, because yes, there's talent, we believe in the Spirit of God as well, but without such invitations, you don't get money, your act is just at home. So the kind of commitments that we make to him, we respect it. So unfortunately, when Charterhouse reached out to us for this event, we already had another commitment outside of
you're contacted?
Yes, but so this is just, by the way,
you're booked
in May. Yes, I do my, so if you did here, you don't get giggle.
No, but we had the experience concert, we had the nominees jam, none of them
we're not invited for those two.
Okay.
Yes.
But let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Was it because the money?
Are you allowing?
Was it because the money they offered you was not.
No, he said
No.
Master,
No,
if
he
there's
said
something,
I'm telling you.
there's something. I know Joe love money.
No, I love money. It's my own. No, hold on.
If you don't be at the camp, make you know hide, make you know what.
No.
You want to be like
you
the
can't.
hypocrites.
No. You can call yourself a hypocrite. That's fine. But I need to answer the questions. How I think it's.
How you think?
Of course.
The viewers are watching.
No, but
Tell them the truth.
will you answer the questions? How
The
how
money
you think
they
it's
gave
right?
you, was it small?
No. You can't sit here and make assumptions. I think we need to.
See, we are fighting for the
No. Bro. I think the truth. No.
Maybe
I think it needs to be.
I go take Oyibo.
No.
I go take Oyibo.
Don't take a musical break.
You get it? Tell the people the truth. They don't pay. If they didn't pay us well, say they didn't pay you well, and you went. But they pay Bernard Boy more than you.
Excuse me.
The camera boy is still there.
Excuse me. Are we still on there?
Yeah, you're still on.
I think we need to rise. Hold on. You made your point.
No, but
yes.
You made your point.
I'm asking a simple question.
Hold on.
Was it because they did not pay
And you
you
are not
well?
even.
You wrote me off, but God called me in. I may be down, so you say I'm a man. Meaning I'm Matinedi. Or come me with Miss Rodonka. Or didn't I'm bound to win. Empty shot, not shame me view. Cause I'm a work in progress. Oh, yeah, me went to my home. Or I me went to my one, no parimu. Meaning I'm Matinedi. Maria, Baya, Casaba. And show me home, my bonfire. If I'm in print to be and carry me, that's a mash I say, I kids away. I've been and show me home, my bonfire. If I'm in print to be and carry me, that's a mash I say, I kids away. I've been some she rock the money pay on the phone or bread you man febin ka ho or suru she rawan na wa she raw me pep guarantee me say no o chena sem ka me ko ade nim me de me watch no pampi ninja ni muda o pra me bonia o pe bon back to sender me o ti mi mono ni me ti time for one or ya don't say no say maka me we me suru tom o ti mechi I'm bound to win oh yeah me watch you my Obey me what you my one quarry moon. Minim Yamia Martin Edinty, Maria Baya Cassipa, and show me whom my bonfire.
Yes, welcome back to the Christian Entertainment TV show. Yes, we have to settle the shattered something else. So, Chrissy, let's come back to you.
Go ahead.
So the question Frankie was asking.
Okay.
Is simple. Did they put an offer before and you thought the offer was not that big compared to what you were playing?
No, they didn't make an offer. They reached out to ask if Joe was available for the event and also discuss what they had in mind with regards to his performance. But unfortunately, like I said, we had made a commitment outside of Ghana, so there was no way he was going to be in town.
Okay.
So what they had in mind? They didn't include money.
He was not available, so they didn't
make an offer.
So he said,
I'm wondering if you were on the same call when we were talking.
Because when they called me for experience, they just asked, "Are you available on this date?" I said, "Yes." Before you go ahead,
yes,
discuss.
Yeah, an artist manager. I know how this works. He was not available.
Okay, so let's talk about the gospel arts who won on the night. Dinah Hamilton won the double gospel song of the year, gospel artist of the year. Kwame, your views on that?
Well, I believe that before I go on, let me say shout outs to Professor Mike Yamua.
He's watching this.
He's watching this.
President of Literal Nation.
He's taking note of all the things concerning
Facebook will correct me.
And he tells me I should tell you to be disciplined.
Very well against discipline. Very well noted,
I think Dana worked very, very, very hard in the year under review. You listen to her song Munio, and then the things she did during the period. If if you had observed Dinah within the year, you'd have realized that she was more visible than she has been in the past, because Dinah she's been in the system for a long time. But a lot of people don't really know Dinah. They think that maybe perhaps she's one of these newbies. If you are the person who only heard her song Work in Progress, or you only heard her song Money, or then I think you are very new to the system. But she's been around for some time now, and I wasn't so surprised when she won the Gospel Artist of the Year. You see, initially, I didn't think she was going to win.
Because there was...
Yeah, but you see, there is this period I call the great period, that is after the nomination has ended, or the calendar year has ended. So from January, the new year,
May,
to the award proper, there is that period there which actually influences people, the way they vote, the way they assess somebody's performance, or whether somebody deserves the award or not. So even though the calendar year spans January in a particular year to December, now after December, nominations have been closed and everything is done, and we're just waiting to vote for whoever deserves to win. Now people are going to use your activities in that period to vote for you. Even though it is unfair, this is human nature, and people are easily influenced by some of these things. So I think, judging from the shows she played, the Harvest Praise and all, exactly, people thought, no, this lady, and all of a sudden Dinah Hamilton was on the lips of a lot of people. I was like, wow, maybe that was her time. I don't know, but so I wasn't surprised she won. But Gospel Song of the Year, I believe Bobole Bobo was huge in 2018 than any other gospel song in Ghana.
That's what I believe.
Yes, because it was the only gospel song that really got people talking. People, it got to it. You remember the is it an NDC Congress? When the whole controversy came, they had used the song without his consent or permission. Bobole Bobo is very popular, and I'm very sure if you go across the country and you mention Bobole Bobo and Money, people would probably know Bobole Bobo than Money, and that is a fact. So I don't know, but then again, we have the voting parameters.
The Board Academy.
Board Academy and public. Now, you cannot disregard or underestimate the power of the 30% of the public. Okay,
The 40%.
public is 30,
40.
40.
Yeah.
Okay,
30, 40.
okay, so
Board 30.
okay, so whichever. So if public has a stake in it, and somebody can canvass support for an artist to win, and I know from my sources, Dana had a strong backing from very influential people.
Yeah, including Empress Gifty.
Empress Gifty. even prior to the award night, the whole president tweeted. Didn't mention Dana's name. But I said money has to I mean, I said that thing and I said, oh, President, this one here. When you compare Dana Hamilton. So I don't know, but I believe that she has some love from people. And I think maybe that's the time. It's about time she won that particular slot. And so she won artist, won Munio as well, and because of the voting parameters, I wouldn't fault anybody. She's a fine artist. She's a fine artist, and so if she's won that, I think it's a plus for her. But even though I would have wished that IKN won with Bollywood.
But I want to ask you this question. I want to ask these two guys because they'll fight again if I guess.
Yeah.
But do you think? No.
Let's do one-on-one.
I'll come to them. But do you think that because Joe said, okay, I'm not available on that day or something, it influenced some decisions?
Okay, are you suggesting that if he had performed on the night?
No, I'm not. He was switched out, like the manager said.
Yeah.
Will you be available on May 18? No, I'm not being in Ghana. Do you think it influenced?
Okay, the last time he performed, did he win an award?
No, Kwame, I'm asking you a question.
But we all know
You said you are doing one-on-one. Continue.
Why are you asking like you don't know? We reported on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bernard Boyd performed and he won an award.
Yes.
No, Kwame, the question is, do you think that because Joe said they reached out to Joe,
Finally,
I'm not there?
hold on, before he answers me, finally I get the opportunity to write a story of Kwame.
Yes, Kwame. Do you think that influenced?
I wouldn't think that. I don't know about that. All I know is that they put out the voting parameters and people voted, and all I know is that Joe didn't perform on the night, and that is it. If there is anything that influenced that, perhaps the management or whoever can tell us if there is any conversation that went behind the scenes that we don't know about, just like Frank was alluding to in the beginning. Perhaps that may have influenced it, but in the meantime, let's just take it as it is. Joe wasn't present; he didn't win an award, and I'm not surprised that he didn't win an award, because obviously the artists in there, Dana Hamilton and the other people, most of them did quite well, maybe better than Joe in the year under review. Joe's brand from years before put him there. He has the clout. He has
artist of the year, artist of the decade.
Oh yeah, so sometimes we don't deserve what we get.
That's what he said.
Is that what he said?
2017.
Is that what he said?
That's what he said after he won down.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay, so you're
am I preaching any copyright?
Are you quoting Joe?
I'm quoting myself.
Okay, crazy. Then how much you win song of the year, artist of the year, gospel?
I think Dinah is a fantastic musician. Over the years, she's been consistent. I mean, she doesn't live in Ghana, but she always creates that kind of connection, and she has presence in Ghana. When she won both awards, Joe congratulated her. I mean, personally, on a personal level, I think she has an amazing personality. I've actually worked with her as a backup singer before, so congratulations to her. That's all I have to say.
But were you disappointed?
Congratulations to her. As of now, their awards have gone out already. However, I think Kwame makes an amazing analysis that actually I'm learning a lot from it.
Yeah.
But I mean, as a matter of fact, 2018 year of review, 2018. Joe had an amazing year in 2018. Yeah. I think that's what I have to say. But congratulations.
No, but you said
to
on the show when the nominees came out,
Yeah.
that you believe that Gospel Song of the Year, Joe was not going to win.
Oh, I said it. I said it. Because my everything was not as big as Money. My everything was not as big as
You're just
Boboli
focused on
Bobo.
gospel artists.
Even if you're taking 2 songs from the category,
I'll take Hosanna.
Hosanna, 3 songs, Hosanna, Boboli Bobo, Money. My everything was a good song. It has its own clouds, but these songs were bigger. It's a matter of fact. I don't know.
So you're just fighting for gospel artists. So I said it.
They were fighting for artists of the decade.
And again, I honestly don't know if people take these things personal. It's an award scheme. Yeah. So if the scheme works for somebody,
I spoke with Joe.
you scheme.
I don't think he's disappointed.
No. I mean, we are coming out this June with an amazing album.
Win of.
Yeah.
Funky gospel song, gospel artist of the year. This year your artist was not there. But
Yeah, my artist didn't work hard to be there, so okay. It was on this channel. Why is this man giving me? So that
Crazy, it's okay, crazy, please.
You see, when you were talking, my hand was here. I was very. I want you say I should discipline myself.
No.
Yes, you are very disciplined.
Sometimes you guys are just unfair. I don't get
You
it.
can tell your turn.
So now, if I become vocals more
No, I
indisciplined,
beg you, please go ahead.
if I can, I will talk like woman. So we all go. No problem. So
Okay.
it was on this channel I came to dish out some few
About Dinah.
things to Dinah. The manager called back
Yeah.
and we bat, and he was so aggressive, and I loved it, and I'm very happy that I was able to push her out of her shell, because she was becoming too complacent, too okay, you don't live here, so I challenged her to prove us wrong, that she can do it, and she's done it, and I'm very happy for her. Okay, so for me, I don't have a problem with her picking both, because she did well marketing the song and everything. On my show, I told her she's going to have a very stiff competition from 2 people, not Joe. From 2 people, from Boboli Bobo and from Bethel Revival. Boboli Bobo because the song was very popular, Bethel Revival because they know how to vote. So she was going to have a stiff competition, so she should back up. Whatever she did went well, very well for her, and she should keep it. It's a trump card, she should use it every year, and it's going to be alright. However,
Okay, go ahead.
is it that Joe is losing relevance? I'm asking question.
Okay, you're asking a question.
Yes. Is Joe losing relevance? Because for 3 slots, he couldn't even pick one.
And we got 4.
4.
Artist of the decade, artist of the year.
Okay.
Song of the year,
Song,
and then
song,
decade.
gospel artist.
Gospel artist. For all this, Joe couldn't pick even one. Is he becoming also complacent?
So no. Okay, you went
I'm
there.
just asking questions.
I'm sorry, sir. You went there now.
I'm asking questions. Is Joe sleeping? Now, is Joe becoming a traveling minister? Is he not taking care of the flock here in Ghana? You know, the stellars and things na konitima na.
Those are the questions.
I'm asking questions. If these questions are all taken correct, then he should sit up. Okay. Else, the guys that are coming for this year, the wind of revival must blow well.
Okay, but I'm going to ask you the same question. So, do you think that you've given some questions that rhetorical? I'm not going to ask anyone those questions here, but I'm going to ask Kwame. No, you respond to. Okay, yes, sure. When you get an opportunity to respond. But I'm going to ask you the same question I asked Kwame. If I ask this guy, he's not, he will be biased. So I'm going to ask the same question I asked Kwame.
I take offense, actually. I'm very objective. At least I told you what song were my songs for gospel.
So I'll come and ask you. So do you think that because you was reached out and said I'm not in Ghana, it's influenced the decision of gospel artists and gospel songs?
You see, we've been told several times that Vgma is a private event. Ghana is lucky to have been there to say VG is lucky. The G is lucky to be there, but it's actually private. Every time I come, it's a massa. Go do your own, do your plaque, then give. So, whatever it is, whatever orchestration that went on in the skies, for Joe to have missed that opportunity, as Onwara, he saying something else. I respect his decision. I respect the decision of Joe and his management and everything. But I am still questions in my head. It's not answered because Joe should have been here. This is the 20th edition of the Vodafone Ghana Music Awards.
He even did was part of the who did the team song.
God bless you. This is the most historic in all the events they've organized for this award scheme. This is what the world over, everybody's eye was on Ghana. 20 years, and you see how they sold it. It was magical. And for me, our best export, our biggest export, which is Joe Metal, should have been the head of this, especially music delivery. I was making noise that listen, these guys cannot match up with what we have when it comes to music production and live performances. I've been to Joe's events and I say, yeah, this is what Ghana must sell, not the things that they are jumping and doing miming there. What did we see? He was nowhere to be found. So if I ask questions, allow me to ask questions.
Yeah,
is it that you teaching on such a baby or is it that the money they gave you was not enough and they gave Benna Boy more? I'm asking, just answer with no. When you take your commission, you don't give me some. So when I'm asking questions, allow me to ask.
Yes.
You
but
get it.
Yes. Okay. Great question.
Why wasn't? So why would you take? For God's sake, you said that Aduma. So you can't get gigs to play here.
No, but it's true. I can't getting gigs. Like your artist is he getting gigs?
My artists do song.
No, my artist has done a song.
Okay, so Charlie, let's stay in the premise of what
you don't want the artist to be talking about.
So go ahead.
Let's stay in the lane.
No, in the lane.
So why are you taking
but
my
Aduma, the Aduma I gave it's correct. It's relevant.
So I'm saying that if you would want to take any gig at all, you shouldn't have overlooked the 20th edition of the VGMA. You tell me I'm lying.
Okay, thank you very much.
This is something
thank you very much,
that should have crowned Joe. Joe should have been here to have picked something.
Thank you very much, Faki. Thank you.
He would have pulled a gun.
Thank you very much, Faki. Let me ask you the same question. I say it's not fair, so I want to ask you. Do you think that it affected him not winning anything on the night?
I don't think it did. Again, Frank talked about relevance. And for me, relevance is a constant demonstration that your talents, your ability, your gifts is useful to people. So I want to ask him, rhetorically, and then to the general viewers, is Joe's relevance still something?
No, I'll put the
hold on. So my question is, do people still feel Joe as relevant?
Or relevant or not?
Based on my definition, a constant demonstration that your talents, your abilities is useful to people.
No, you're also asking questions.
No. No. Truth is.
You see how the thing you can answer this question.
So give me the opportunity.
Okay.
So if Frank is an event organizer, and if he reaches out to me close to the end of January for an event in May, and I agree on the event with him, and he does all his publicity, and VGMA announced their dates when I think
in March.
Yeah, late March.
Early March or something.
And VGMA has always been in April.
Yeah, always been in April.
So if you observe, the whole of almost the entire time of April, Joe was in town, because we also factor that we consider VGMA very important, so we factor it in our plans. So I'm just wondering how he will feel as an event organizer when I come to him.
See, I'm going
and tell him that I'm playing VGMA.
Fair enough.
That's for him.
If that's the response,
that's for him to answer.
Okay, perfect. So that's the Kwesi is Joe Bettles. Frankie Five, Daxi, and
There we did. You don't go anywhere.
I mean, in the next five minutes, I'm going to open the phone line, so you could also call and give your views about the VGMA, then how much we need that one. Someone is asking if Joe Bettles has considered or is still relevant to the gospel space and all of that. But I want to say a special happy birthday to Elder David Kofi Arthur. He's the presiding elder of the Church of Pentecost, Adrimbu District. This from all members of the church. And my producer is a member, so if I don't know. So for all members of the church, Elder David Kofi Arthur, happy birthday to you. Yes, Kwame. Unfortunately, we didn't have a gospel artist mount the stage. Unfortunately, but
even those who agreed to play,
even those who agreed to play, this is the thing that you do. No. Okay. But fortunately,
yes,
if you had decided to use her slot for gospel,
our Celine Dion.
She decided to use her slot for gospel.
Yes.
Have you? Is she now trying to come to the gospel space?
Before I touch on the fear, I think we didn't mention Bethel Revival Ministry. Mr. Ministry.
Yeah, winning group of the year. Yeah.
Winning group of the year.
Yeah.
So
it's a great
plus.
Sorry.
No.
Prof is not okay. Let's talk about Bethel Revival quickly before I come to a fear. So God will kill me on Facebook.
And you know, my investigations and research prove that they actually focused on that category alone. And
okay, because the new gospel song don't win.
They are smart too. Those people and they won it. I was like seriously. Yeah. So I think they did it.
They did
it appears they've now registered their presence in the industry, and that is great. Yes, but let's move on to
look before you go there.
Still better.
I want to like Kwesi said on the show when he came the other time, and I'll say it again. This is to all other gospel groups, interdenominational, choirs and all of that. You can go outside of the shell. You can bless people out. Now, Better Revival is going international. We'll take it or leave it, because with this, people are going to come down. We'll try to do Better Revival more, and they got a lot of publicity. You're the manager. They got a lot of exposure and publicity out of it. So I want to reach out to. I will not mention names. The other time I mentioned names, I got a lot of questions. Mention names, but you know yourself. So please, let's do more for the gospel. Yes, okay, finish the fear. So you pick those two questions.
No problem. Please, because let me hammer.
Oh, that's what they're showing. Yeah. You go ahead.
Then they all come.
Okay.
So Ifia was fantastic on the night. Now, this is the first time I heard Ifia do that rendition of Dada, and
the last time she did it was with
is this Susie and Matt's song? Then Salvane's song?
Yeah, I think it's Susie.
But my problem I had with her was that she didn't know some of the words well. Then said in Samane. Yes, because if you have listened to that duet so well, the words are quite different from what she was strumming. It's like a song itself, but I know. You know.
Jama, so
I know.
If you know the words, where you go and start there, you buy.
But she did well with the whole twist, with the whole feel of that in the R&B, in your man, you see that thing. So it was refreshing listening to her do that, especially coming from somebody like Ifia singing gospel. We were like, oh God, heaven is coming down. She ministered. Okay, she performed to me.
Okay, let me go to Kwesi. Bethel Revival and Defia.
Yeah, so I'll start with Bethel Revival. So I was on Frankie's show last week, and
it's a great show. That's
yes, the TIG show. Yeah, this is gospel every Sunday night.
Sunday night, 6 p.m.
6 p.m. So I was on the show, and I said that here in Ghana, if you are not watching Kumkum Bagia, don't assume Game of Thrones is the most patronized series. Don't assume. Because I feel that people belong to sects. And they appreciate and analyze things from the various sects that they belong to. So I want to say a huge congratulations to Bethel Revival. I mean, they're one of the most hard-working groups I have come across, and they have an amazing following. You'll be so surprised. Thankfully, their following is not saturated in Accra, but it's spread across. So I think it's very well deserved, and the world should watch out for them. They have a lot coming up. Amazing songs.
Okay, Ifya.
I think I'll count Ifya's performance as one of the best on the night. I get excited with some of these things because gradually I think there are a lot more musicians that are gaining prominence with regards to their performances, like proper musicians, like musicians who can sing on key, musicians who can dance and then still stay in key, musicians who understand the rudiments of music, and it excites me because it gives you the sense that there's a future for Ghana music. So I think Ifya did well. My favorite part of the performance was the ending.
The ending was your favorite part. Okay, I have some what's happened before I come to you on Better Revival and Ifya. What happened between Stoneboy and Shatta can be likened to the Animals Kingdom post. So, I can't read this. The guy in the black I think the name is Frankie 5. Yeah, he's Frankie 5. He's asking a very relevant question, and Joe Metals manager should take it serious to help the team really well. Frankie, they asked you, would you buy? Frankie manages Nasi. And I have another one here. Someone says I should ask Frankie 5. Ask Frankie if Nasi is still relevant after breaking from No Tribe. Frankie, so you have 3 questions now.
Which one should I answer?
The last one. So, the first one is Better
Hey, man, you're one person, you ask everybody one.
This is a viewer.
Sabotage.
No, this is a viewer.
Answer the last question.
But this is a viewer. This is a viewer who sent it. So the first one Better Revival, but the second one is Fierce Performance. Then someone has to ask you, since Nasi, if Nasi is still relevant, ask Frankie if Nasi is still relevant after breaking from No Tribe. So that's the third question.
Okay, if Nasi isn't relevant, he wouldn't get his music videos being nominated at the 3 Music Awards. That's the best video shot, not gospel video. The video that had a competition with all other. Fatal. Nasi is still relevant. He's extremely relevant. If he wasn't relevant, like you wouldn't hear anything like Boys. If he wasn't relevant, you won't talk about it.
I'm going to Boys.
He's extremely relevant.
I have a question.
I'll come to your question. So go to Neho.
Okay, I'm glad you've stopped that because I was going.
Go to Neho.
You can't compare. Check the history of the VGMAs. One of the best performances we've ever had in the VGMAs was Nasi and All-Stars. Check it.
Please go to Neho.
Now, Neho. Anyway,
associate manager, Better Revival.
Better Revival. Listen, I've had my own fair share of the common fund from Ghanaians, I beg you, let me state on your show for the first time on record. Put it on record. I don't know Better Revival choir from Adam. Gifty Osei was behind me. Now Gifty Adoye was behind me in the auditorium, shouting my name. Frankie Beto Pastor. I'm not the pastor for Better Revival Choir. I'm not the owner. I don't know them from Adam. They are a group of talented people who understand music. And me, I'm a whole embodiment of music. I love music. So if you're able to create music, I get glued to you. That's my hardcore love for the man Joe Metal. My hardcore love for Nasi. They understand music. And that is exactly what Better Revival Choir is doing, and I support them.
Thank you. Let me pick you have the last question. Let me pick hello, good evening. I don't know where you're calling from.
Yeah. My friend Kasua.
Yes, boss. Pato, your friend saying.
Your friend is DS boy.
DS boy, Pato Swaso.
Yeah. Pato, sa Vgma sama ba no na pese mi chewanje.
Pato chewanje.
Yeah. Well, Vgm forum, Chatter forum.
You mean Chatter House?
Chatter forum. I'm correct.
Oh, Pato speakers out, you are correct.
No.
Let's go ahead with your way, Pato. Let's go ahead with your submission. Right.
Yeah, ultimately, just go ahead with your submission. Right.
Because before the end starting, security near tight.
See,
okay, so you are talking about security.
We're not talking about security.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, we'll talk about it, but not today. My time is on. So, final, Ife's performance.
I don't want to talk about Ife's performance. I have an artist like Ife Grace. We've all seen what Ife Grace have done. It's on social media. Everybody can attest to it. And then if Ife Grace into me.
So, but
it's gospel rendition. So give it to the gospel people. You see, when we come and talk about this thing, you say we talk too much. You don't create genre for everybody. But she went there too, and you knew the itinerary. You knew the number of songs she was going to do. One of which being a gospel rendition. Give it to one upcoming artist from the gospel space.
Let her perform that song. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? I think I lost that caller. Okay, so hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
My name is Mr. Lamte.
Mr. Lamte, please go ahead.
I'm calling from Mali.
Yes, Mr. Lamte, please go ahead.
I was just following you guys on, but the question from us was not relevant. And the doctor should just keep updates on himself.
I didn't get that point. Please stand well and deliver that point again.
Yes. I was just saying.
Yeah.
I was just saying that the doctor should just sit up once a day.
Okay.
What Frank is asking was very relevant.
Okay.
You pay me.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
You pay me.
You're saying Frank.
You buy me one bottle.
Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? I have another WhatsApp message. Someone is asking, Frankie, someone is asking if you still consider Nasi as a gospel artist. But wait, is Nasi a gospel artist?
Is it part of the discussion?
Oh no, but hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from? Okay, quickly, let's talk about, you're all there. Let's talk about the security on the night. I was there to do it on a different day where I have near their money, but let's talk about it quickly.
You said you allow me my question.
Your question for Frankie?
Yes.
Okay.
I just want to understand because he's talking about relevance. Do you think that award schemes actually demonstrates one's relevance?
It's not the award schemes, the people. The people, majority of the votes belongs to the people. So what the people say is final. I'm not indicting.
No. I'm asking you genuinely. I want to understand.
Award schemes make people relevant. I'm saying that the decision is
that's not the question. I said, do you think that award schemes actually like solidify somebody's relevance, or actually it adds on?
Yes, it gives you the stamp.
Okay.
Okay. So this guy and that, this guy and that, if it's a potent award scheme, it gives you the relevance.
Vgma. Okay. Hello, good evening. Your name and where you're calling from?
Yeah, I'm calling from Belinda.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, please.
Alright. I want to ask why
Why Ifea performed gospel?
Good question.
Yes, why Ifea?
Okay.
Why was
Ifea? A lot of people who were
because we have a lot of gospel acts. Okay.
So why didn't they? We wanted to see them, and now Ifea.
Okay. Next week I'll bring the Asiamah here. I was trying to get him.
If they perform earlier.
So next week I'll bring the Asiamah. He's
like the Fracano will stop Dina them.
So
now the world knows you one gospel artist.
So I'll bring the Asiamah here next week. So we will continue the security. That's why I didn't go to security. I didn't go to the Ifea performance. Why and all of that. So next week I'll bring the Asiamah, and I pray I'll get Frankie 5. And
I want to hear.
I'll get Frankie 5. I pray I will get Frankie 5. I pray I'll get Kusi or that because one of them will give me seat to. Your final words. I have like 5 minutes to go, please. Your final words. Quick.
So I think that Vgma 2019 didn't go well, and I know the organizers, they have noted all the things that didn't go well. So we looking forward to seeing a better edition next year with all the security.
Okay, let me pick a final.
Hello,
good evening. Your name and where are you calling from?
Yo, I'm Ning.
Yes, sir.
I'm calling to contribute to the.
Go ahead, sir.
That's why I'm calling.
Okay. Me, I'm an SM fan. Yeah.
Okay.
But I believe that Charter House people, the security was very bad.
Okay, we'll talk about security next week, my brother.
To come to a stage.
My brother, we'll talk about the security next week.
They are supposed to have security.
Thank you very much. We'll talk about the security next week. We'll talk about the security next week. Thank you very much. Yes, I'm not picking any calls again. I have like 5 minutes to, and so I'm not picking it. Yes.
So organizers should do better next year. That's
okay. Chrissy.
VGMA 2019. I mean, Charterhouse, they've taken some decisions. I think, of course, it's a private business and they need to defend their business. So I respect their decision. I mean, what happened, I think I will condemn it in no uncertain terms. But I don't think the blame should be put at the doorstep of just Shatawale and Stoneboy. The organizers also need to take some part of the blame.
Charlie, he has spoken well for the first time in my ears, and he says
something. I don't have time, please.
Listen,
he's speaking relevant into your ears.
See, when issues happen and we are talking about it, some people in Charterhouse, their posture is what will make the public come hard at you. So your posture, like even when you are defending,
you mean I
won't use defend because that's what they are doing anyway. Even when you are responding, Jotko is backing. Listen. Just keep calm and let people talk for you.
George Quay. You checked George Quay was George Quay told you were backing and you asked for an apology. He apologized. So it's not fair for you to say
no. Backing. He said I was over backing.
No, but you still asked for an apology.
Okay, I'll take my word.
Backers.
Okay. when you are attempting to defend your posture, listen. People paid to come and watch. People spend time to put on TV and watch. So if something happens where we talk about that. Let's watch our posture. Certain people in Charter, the way they've taken the thing personal. You know, now when you talk about it, it's as if they want to come and fight you personally. Listen, issues have happened. 4,000 people could have lost their life if one bullet had gone out. Two exit doors. Something bad could like by now we'll all be wearing black.
Thank you.
You get it? So let's watch our posture. That's the only advice I'll give them. Watch the way you respond to the issue. You are defending.
Thank you very much. Let's talk about security. Thank you very much, Jeff, for watching. Thank you, Ashoka, my cousin, for watching. Thank you, everybody, for watching the show. My name is Nina. I do this every Saturday with Edith and Belinda, 5:15 to 7 p.m. It's a Christian entertainment TV show. I'm going to close the show with the gospel artist of the year, or the gospel song of the year, Moneyo. We'll meet next week.
You know, me talk about them thing they can't do for here.
Ready, or therefore, one over to me on your way. I said, Mr. Stand by and take account, or therefore, wait, yeah, it had to be you. That's right. I said, me boom, pom, pom, mechi. Baby, I'm a friend, baby, I'm a bee. Or therefore, one over to me on your way. I said, Mr. Stand by and take account, or therefore,